Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Liberty-Benton High School, the site of tonight's district semifinal matchup. We are joining the national anthem here. All right, there you have it, the national anthem here at Liberty-Benton High School once again for today's district semifinal matchup between the Mohawk Warriors and the Vanlue Wildcats. Once again, Nate Mullins on the call with Tommy Hall, the A-team right here on the call tonight. We've got Greg Kinn, the Wizard, running the ones and twos, keeping us live. And of course, we got Austin Rodriguez on the cameras, keeping us looking good. We are live once again from Liberty-Benton High School. And Tommy, this is a beautiful venue for basketball, one of my favorite spots to watch a basketball game, and we get to call a basketball game from here tonight, so we are privileged. Thank you once again to Assistant Athletic Director Scott Garlock for putting us up in these cush digs up here. But welcome to the broadcast, Tommy.
Oh, absolutely, and glad to be here, Nate, and welcome viewers to this district semifinal matchup between the Vanlue Wildcats and the Mohawk Warriors, as this has been just a tremendous road to this point. If you've been following our Heart of Ohio sports coverage live and paywall free, as the Mohawk Warriors, the higher seed here tonight, being able to dispatch handily their opponents on the road to this district semifinal matchup. But man, I tell you, the Cinderella story that Vanlue has been able to write for itself is definitely one to keep an eye on, because this young Jerome Cleffer, who's really put this team on his back with back-to-back plus 30 performances, has propelled the Vanlue Wildcats to this point. And tonight they're going to have to play 32 minutes against one of the toughest teams in the district. So we'll find out whether or not midnight strikes on this Cinderella story, and whether or not the Vanlue Wildcats turn back into a pumpkin at the end of this one.
I don't know, Tommy. If Jerome Klepfer has anything to say about this, I think he's going to put an exclamation point on his performance tonight to make sure he's given it everything he's got to try to get these Wildcats into that district final matchup, which will come to you live here this Friday night, right here on Heart of Ohio Sports from Liberty-Benton High School. And Tommy, this one's exciting because, you know, you got the Warriors, who a lot of people think are the favorites right now in this district in Division 4. And you got the Vanlue Wildcats. They're like, hey, we want to play some spoiler. We like playing basketball. We're not done yet. We want to keep playing. And that's why I think this is, like you said, this is Cinderella story here for the Wildcats as they clinched the sectional final last week at Fostoria, and then they find themselves here in the district semifinal facing this powerhouse Mohawk Warriors squad.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I don't know how much setting the table you need for this one, as we've got to cover each and every single sectional game leading up to this point. So let's strap in. Let's get ready for some high school basketball the way it's meant to be seen, live and paywall free right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, let's take a moment and thank our sponsors. Tonight's broadcast is presented by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. Our sponsors include MST Sauce Company, First National Bank of Sycamore, Reineke Family Dealerships, Molyet's Farm Market, Harrison Price Insurance, Webster Industries, Pit Stop, Lee's Floor Covering, and Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. All proud sponsors riding the wave with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. So we're just minutes away from the start of tonight's matchup. Once again, timeouts tonight brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. All trips to the free throw line brought to you by Reineke Family Dealerships. Our player of the game presented by MST Sauce Company. And keys to the game, Tommy, brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. We'll get into those as we get this game flowing. But, you know, if I'm going to say any kind of key for tonight's game, I'm looking at this Wildcats team and I'm saying, you know, you got to make sure you stay on top of things. Make sure you keep that tempo moving and stay aggressive on defense. I think that's going to be your key to the game for the Vanlue Wildcats. And they are underway. Wildcats control the opening tip. And we're live here from Liberty-Benton High School. Jerome Klepfer pulls up from the right wing and no good. I do want to make a slight correction here. I made the mistake of calling the coach John Klepfer his dad. That is actually his uncle. So Uncle John Klepfer. I got a chance to meet his dad after the game last week as we presented him the MST Sauce Company Player of the Game gift card. So once again, that's just a redaction on my part. My apologies. A kick out on the left wing. Braden Chester knocks down the three.
Chester picking up where he did 1 week ago from beyond the three-point line.
Klepfer pulls up from three, unable to get it to go. And a rebound grabbed by the Wildcats. A three-point shot, no good.
Klepfer cold on his last two attempts. As you know, it's going to get a heavy dose offensively for the Wildcats of Klepfer. As Hess now.
A.J. Hess gets the rebound and puts it up and puts it in. The loose ball corralled by A.J. Hess, and the Warriors up by 5 to start this one out.
And that's what I was going to say for these Warriors is if you can get production out of your three bigs, I mean, those add up compared to what one big can do to you.
Klepfer cut off on his drive to the basket. The defense steals it away. Boomer Cleveland driving to the paint, puts it up. No! A rebound grabbed by Hess. And he gets his change, puts it back up and in. 7-0 run to start this one for the Warriors. A timeout called by John Klepfer. We're going to keep it right here for this First National Bank of Sycamore timeout. We'll use this time to thank our sponsors. Tommy, we got a couple of new ones, actually a few new sponsors that are riding the wave here with us for the Mohawk Warriors game and for the Hopewell Loudon Chieftains game, which is coming up after this. So once again, our proud sponsors tonight, we want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, MST Sauce Company, First National Bank of Sycamore, Reineke Family Dealerships, Molyet's Farm Market, Harrison Price Insurance, Webster Industries, Pit Stop, Lease Floor Covering, and Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., all proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Let's go ahead and show up that timeout, stop the bleeding here in this first stanza of action. As Vanlue trying to get on the board, Shook takes it, drives to the lane.
J.R. Snook turns it over on his way to the basket. Warriors will have possession now. 6:21 left here in the first quarter, 7-0 Mohawk. And Cleveland just inside the three-point arc, no good. Put back, no good by Hannum. And the rebound grabbed by the Wildcats. TJ Rickle on the rebound. Vanlue looking to push it. J.R. Snook gets it over to Klepfer on the left wing. Jerome Klepfer. Good defense there by Heyman, but Klepfer takes it all the way to the rack and puts it off the glass and in.
Yeah, it was amazing the hot hand that Vanlue was playing off of a few nights ago, trying to get things going here as baskets have gone cold.
Stolen away, Klepfer in the open, up with the shot, puts it up and in. Finger rolls right into the basket.
You know that's a heck of an athlete when it just rolls off the tip from the rim, from fingers into the rim, into the basket.
There wasn't much of a chance of that missing.
No.
Klepfer clears the rebound, and the Wildcats coming out of the timeout now on a 4-0 run. They have possession, trailing by 3, 7-4. Saltzman with it, gives it back to Snook. Now Rickle pulls up, wide open three. Oh, I thought that was going to go. He canned a couple of them last week.
Yeah, really feels himself from beyond the three-point arc.
Cleveland cross-court pass.
Open look.
Heyman pulls up, no good. And a rebound grabbed by the Wildcats. Landon Saltzman grabs the rebound. 5 on the floor for the Wildcats. TJ Rickle, Landon Saltzman, J.R. Snook, Jerome Klepfer, and 42, Alex Secord. That's your 5 for the Vanlue Wildcats on the floor currently. Stolen away. Heyman with the steal, coast to coast with the most, and lays it off the glass and in. And a technical called on Heyman for a little bit of trash talk afterwards.
Was it on Hess or Heyman?
Oh, that was definitely on Heyman. They looked right at him.
Well, Hess is the one with his arms out. Like.
They said on Heyman. That's
All right.
Paul Dunn giving him the old chest smack, saying, hey, come on, get your head in the game. Let's go. And Jerome Klepfer will be at the line shooting 2.
I didn't even see the defender get any piece of Klepfer on the way to the basket. I wonder what the technical was.
It was after. It was after the shot. He said something to him on the way, and the ref didn't like it. So technical foul means the Wildcats, after draining 2 free throws, will get the possession, trailing by 3. So that's a costly technical foul there.
Yeah, you want to keep your words soft and sweet because you may have to eat them later.
And Kane Heyman takes a seat on the bench after that technical foul. Wildcats got away with a walk there. Snook drives to the basket, puts it up off the glass. No. Gets his own rebound. Drives the baseline, kicks it out. It's stolen away. Boomer Cleveland with the steal. Hess thought about a 3 on the right wing. Now drives into the paint. Kick under the basket. Stolen away by Saltzman. And the Wildcats have it.
And if I'm the Wildcats in transition, I'm moving some big bodies down low to try to create a presence or busy up the lanes down low, because again, you're going to have the size advantage if you're the Mohawk Warriors down low. Might as well cause a little chaos and open up some lanes.
Klepfer's 3 is no good. Rebound grab by Hess of the Warriors.
And again, you have those open lanes for Klepfer to drive through.
Hess pulls up for 3.
It's almost as
A.J.
convenient.
Hess.
And you got those lanes for Klepfer to drive through. It's almost as convenient as those drive-throughs at the pit stop off of.
That's right.
Our new sponsor joining us for high school basketball.
And that's going to be a travel called on Owen Rosman. Well, you're absolutely right, Tommy. I don't know if anything's as convenient as rolling through the pit stop drive-through, though.
2 locations.
Of course, you know, over there on that Heidelberg location, they have that Rec 90 gas, ethanol-free gas over there. For those of you who don't want to put that ethanol in your machine. Stolen away down below. They're trying to get it down to A.J. Hess. But Klepfer with the steal, and the Wildcats have it, trailing by 6. 2:53 left here in the first half, the first quarter. Klepfer, double teamed, kicks it over to Rickel. Now cross court. Saltzman.
That's a nice
pass. And Rosman had it blocked out of bounds, and a foul actually going to be called on the block. So Cleveland's going to be called for the foul. That'll be a shooting foul. That'll put Owen Rosman at the line for 2 shots. The freshman, 5'9", guard. Shoots 2 free throws. And the first one unable to go off the front of the rim. Rosman toes the line, second one. That one's in. He got 1 out of 2. Now Cleveland into the forecourt. Kick out.
Oh, thought about it.
Hunter Haynes thought about a 3. Now Hess pulls up from a long 3, no good. Rebound grabbed by Fry. He puts it up and puts it back in. Zayden Fry would not be denied. Snook drives to the basket, puts the shot up, no good, but he draws the foul on the way to the basket. I think they're going to get Hunter Haynes on this one. That is indeed the call. Haynes called on the foul. That's his first. And the 3rd team foul against the Warriors here.
In quick fashion.
At the 2:16 mark here in the first quarter. J.R. Snook at the line. First free throw, no good. So the Wildcats unable to convert at the free throw line so far.
And those points add up.
It really does, absolutely. Especially when you find yourself trailing, trying to make up a deficit. That was no good as well, but they grabbed the loose ball. Actually, Hannum grabs the loose ball for the Warriors. Bryce Hannum with a heads-up play there.
And empty baskets would have had this within a possession, but now the Wildcats still trail 14-7 as this one goes out of bounds, Nate.
Little confusion there as I don't think either recipient knew which one it was intended for. And so that one goes out of bounds. Back to the Wildcats, 14-7 your score. 2:07 left here in the first quarter. Thanks for tuning in here on the broadcast. If you're just joining us, please do us a favor. Find that subscribe button on YouTube and click subscribe. Help us get to 1,000 followers. We are just about there, guys. Jerome Klepfer, cross-court pass, now under the basket.
Cameron King substitutes in for Saltzman. Out to
Klepfer.
Klepfer.
Pulls up for three, no. A rebound grab by Braden Chester. Chester, cross-court for Hunter Haynes on the right wing. Now Haynes have it. Top of the key. Over to Hess on the left wing. Now back to Haynes. Down to 1:25 left here in the first.
Oh.
Chester cross court for Hayes. Double team. Now kicks it down low for Hannum. Back out to. That's Chester for three. Braden Chester. Oh, they left him wide open, but Rosman decides, let's drive to the basket and draw the foul against Chester.
I mean,
his first foul.
That's something to look for if you're the Wildcats. If you're going to be wild in the lane and continue to drive and get that foul, why not challenge it?
Absolutely.
Continuously do that.
Yep.
Get those shots at the line. Try to close this one up as, again, we're still in the first stanza of action. 1:05 remaining here as the first free throw is good.
Rosman gets both of them to go.
That was wet.
That was wet. Haynes on the left wing. 17-9 your score. Warriors up by 8. Haynes pulls up from long three. Klepfer grabs the rebound and draws the foul. And that'll be the sixth foul, actually fifth foul. Fifth team foul against the Warriors here at the 48-second mark of the first quarter. No fouls on the Wildcats so far. Klepfer over to Rosman. Now into the forecourt for Rickel. Pulls up, left wing three. Bang! TJ Rickel tickles the twine.
Oh, look at that move to the
Hannum
basket.
denied on the way to the basket by the rim. Snook over to Klepfer. Now down the floor for Rickel. Fakes the pass, gives it back to Klepfer. Draws the double, kicks it out for Snook at the top of the key. 17 seconds left here in the first. Had it poked away, it's in the backcourt now. Hess is gonna corral the loose ball for the Warriors. Down to 10 seconds, AJ Hess kicks it out.
Hannum.
Chester, now out to Hannum. Hannum kicks it out, Haynes over to Hess, left wing three, no! Fry, unable to get it to go back up before the time expires. And that's the end of the first quarter. Mohawk leading 17-12. We'll step aside, take a timeout, we'll come back. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
Tune in every Monday night at 8 o'clock for the Pulse podcast right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, live from inside Studio Squared in downtown Tiffin. You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here at Liberty-Benton High School, the site of tonight's district semifinal matchup between the Mohawk Warriors and the Vanlue Wildcats. Nate Mullins on the call with you here. Tommy Hall up here in the perch with me. We've got the Wizard, Greg Kinn running the controls, and Austin Rodriguez making us look good on the camera here tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Tonight's broadcast presented by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. A foul called on Cameron King.
We can go ahead and run through those rosters on the floor. Again, if you're just joining us,
Starting 5 for the Mohawk Warriors. Boomer Cleveland. That is Kane Heyman, Bryce Hannum, Zayden Fry, and A.J. Hess. And actually, Zayden Fry was out of the lineup for the starting lineup. They had Braden Chester in there tonight after his hot performance last week.
Tournament basketball for you right
Absolutely.
there. You got to play the hot hand.
Uh-huh. Chester cross court for Hess, pulls up, long three, boom! A.J. Hess is on fire from outside. Snook's pass stolen away by Cleveland. Into the forecourt. A.J. Hess gets the loose ball, puts it up and in.
but what a way to kind of shallow the lane that they're passing to Cluffer in. And then
steal
just
by Hess.
Yep, then they're just coming right over, waiting for the inbound to Hess, or inbound to Cluffer just to poke it away and steal it. Ten-point lead by the Warriors. As Hannum
No good on the mid-range jumper.
tries to clean it up with that rebound. Whoa.
And they're going to get Hannum on a foul here. That'll be the first on him and the 6th on the team. So one more will put the Wildcats at the line.
Hannum setting up for the figure four of that back chop block.
And you know, Tommy, with this kind of offense, the way they like to shoot the three, that might be kind of a sound strategy. Just to play physical on him from the start of the game. And even if you do foul, oh well. If they call it, they call it. But you're not giving up those easy threes. And just like that, defensive pressure causes the turnover.
Now Coach Paul Dunn, he's drawing himself up a master plan after watching these Wildcats dispatch a rival in Tiffin Calvert a few nights ago.
Hess, another long three! A.J. Hess with 15 points here in the first half.
Kind of makes you almost wonder, Tommy, if they want to watch that a few more times on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Well, you know, could be the case. Nevertheless, we'll keep it right here for this First National Bank of Sycamore timeout. And let me tell you about one of our new sponsors here, Tommy. Webster Industries in Tiffin, Ohio is an innovative leader in the engineered class chain, sprockets, and vibrating equipment markets. The company now employs around 350 people nationwide and has facilities in Ohio, Mississippi, and Oregon. Now, if they're always looking for new, skilled, motivated, and dedicated employees for their new team, if you're looking for a career where you have a voice, make a difference, and are appreciated and rewarded for your efforts, go to websterchain.com and apply today. A little
Take a look at those Vanlue
scuffle
starters
down there. Yeah, we'll go through the starting lineup for the Vanlue Wildcats. Jerome Klepfer, J.R. Snook, T.J. Rickle, Alex Secord, and
Chester.
Landon Saltzman was the last of the starting 5.
From downtown, misses the three-point attempt into the hand of Snook. As Snook takes it in transition, passes it down to Klepfer now.
Jerome Klepfer pulls up from 3, no good. He has not been able to hit from beyond the arc here tonight. So Wildcats still trying to find a little success from beyond the arc. They had the one from T.J. Rickle, but that's it. And that one's stolen away. Wildcats with the possession, trailing by 13. 25-12 is your score, 5:04 left here in the first half. Warriors on top. Nice drive to the basket by Jerome Klepfer.
Behind the ear. Layup, decided to just take charge himself.
Boy, Hess is feeling it. Hasn't seen a shot he doesn't like tonight. 18 points. Klepfer drives into the paint, up with the shot. No. Braden Chester grabs the rebound. Klepfer, you can tell, is starting to get frustrated. He's got 8 points, but it's not enough. The defense needs to come up with some stops here. And you're going to have to get out on Hess. as he is just shooting from the parking lot now. That was a heat check right there.
I was going to say, you're going to have to put Hess back on the assembly line at Webster because he's just off the chain right now.
Woo! J.R. Snook's drive, unable to finish, but a nice drive to the basket there by Snook. Rebound grab by the Warriors. Chester on the left wing drives it into the paint.
Just finished that, Chester.
Under the basket for Hess, and Klepper grabs the rebound.
And Chester, he's got such a large frame. Sometimes you just got to trust his athleticism.
Yeah.
He's a very athletic young man.
Klepper unable to convert on the three. Rosman grabs the rebound, puts it up, no good. Chester grabs the rebound for the Warriors. The Warriors up by 14 here. As the Wildcats searching for answers. This Warriors team has left a lot of opponents befuddled on the season. Cleveland kicks it out. Chester, right wing three, no.
Befuddle's a good word for it.
Heyman grabs the rebound but had it poked away, and the Wildcats have it now. 3:15 left here in the first half. Snook gives it off for Rickle. Rickle cross court for Rosman, pulls up for three on the right wing, in and out. Hess grabs the rebound. Hess has got that Kyrie Irving game where that jersey starts coming untucked in the back, and he just starts feeling it, Tommy. You know what I'm saying?
You're watching something special. And AJ Hess.
18 points for Hess already.
We've had the privilege of calling out his name for many years here. As again, Heart of Ohio Sports live here from Liberty-Benton High School for this Division IV District Semifinal matchup between the Mohawk Warriors and the Vanlue Wildcats. Don't forget, timeout brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore, with locations in Sycamore, McCutcheonville, New Regal, and Tiffin. Again, we can't be more excited than to have First National Bank of Sycamore be our community-minded sponsor for all of our high school. Yeah, again, not just our banking needs, but you got a location for almost every school that we cover.
That's right.
In that township, so
it helps.
We really can't thank the sponsors enough. We just had a comment earlier. Somebody asked if this game was free or if there was a paywall, and I said free, absolutely, thanks to our sponsors.
That's right. Hunter Haynes drives to the basket, cut off, kick out. Boomer Cleveland for three! Boomer Cleveland knocks down a three. And the Mohawks 31, Wildcats 14. J.R. Snook, top of the key, off the screen, gives it out to Rickle. Pulls up long range three, no good. Rebound grab by Hannum. Bryce Hannum tries to kick it out for Cleveland, but just overthrows his intended teammate. We got a foul off the ball. TJ Rickle called on the foul. That's his first. And the second team foul on the Wildcats. Look at this, Tommy. They had 5 fouls at the end of the first quarter. The Warriors now with 6 at 2:13 left here in the second.
Oh!
Cleveland knocks it down from mid-range.
I didn't even see the net move.
Hannum with the steal. Shot no good, but he draws the foul. J.R. Snook going to be called for the foul. And that will put Bryce Hannum at the Reineke Family Dealership's free throw line. First one off the back of the rim, no good.
Again, what a great place to get your car needs as well. It's the great folks at Reineke. Get your key from Reineke. A pillar of local business in the Tri-County area of our coverage as well.
Jerome Klepfer draws a double team, turns it over. Nice. Warriors with the save. Boomer Cleveland, I tell you, man, this kid's fun to watch. For a sophomore, look at that little floater, nearly got it to go.
Well, like you talked about, if you get a name like Boomer Cleveland, you got to be destined for greatness in some way.
What a drive to the basket by Snook. As he gets that one to go off the glass. 33-16 is your score. And Boomer Cleveland with the possession. Gives it off for A.J. Hess. On Now the Warriors trying to control this one here. They're down to 1:12 left in the first half. Stolen away. Drive, Rickles, shot, no good. And a block called on A.J. Hess. That should have been in the cylinder. He blocked that when it was in the cylinder. That should count.
As you see, Rickle not signaling for that.
It looked like it was anyway. I don't know.
He said it was.
Either way, A.J. Hess was said, gave the old Mutombo. He said, and T.J. Rickle in and out on the shot. What do we say there, Tommy?
All right, ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie.
Wise words from the great Rasheed Wallace.
Rasheed Wallace. Both teams played hard.
Did you get a great setup there?
Yeah. Rickle hits the second of 2 free throws at the Reineke Family Dealerships free throw line. Inside of a minute to play here in the first half. Warriors leading 33-17. Hannum. Oh, stolen away by Klepfer. He's driving into the paint, and he's got it swiped from behind by Hannum. Foul called on the Warriors. Hannum called on the foul. That's the 8th team foul on the Warriors.
Man,
comes to the 44.9 mark.
And if Hannon just kept in step with him as opposed to being from behind, that's clean poke away.
That's easier said than done when you got Jerome Klepper
yeah,
racing down the court, you know. And he cans both of them.
And you tell the frustration mountain with young Klepper wants to really take over and take charge. He's basically kind of been X'd out of the equation here.
Yeah. Cleveland at the top of the key, trying to control this one for the last possession. Warriors fans wanted a foul there. They're not going to get it. Down to 14.5 seconds. Hess kicks it out for Chester. Now Boomer Cleveland at the top of the key. Drives to the free throw line, kicks it out for Chester on the left wing for 3! Full court shot, no good at the end of the first half.
Just walks off into the locker room.
36-19 is your score here at halftime. We'll step aside, take a timeout. We'll come back with the halftime show. We'll be back about 2 minutes before the start of the second half. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
This is Brad Lonsway, General Sales Manager at Reineke's Tiffin Ford Lincoln. I want to take a quick timeout to tell you about all the things we got going on out here. We're charging into 2023 with great deals on the F-150, Explorer, Expedition, Super Duties, and much, much more. We're blocking high interest rates with 2.9% interest on all F-150s, plus $1,000 in bonus cash. We have leases starting at $329 a month. Let's get back to the game. Get your key from Reineke.
Tune in every Monday night at 8 o'clock for the Pulse podcast right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, live from inside Studio Squared in downtown Tiffin. You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
Tune in every Monday night at 8 o'clock for the Pulse Podcast right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, live from inside Studio Squared in downtown Tiffin. You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Back. We are back here at Liberty-Benton High School. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you. The Wizard, Greg Kinn on the ones and twos, keeping us live. And Austin Rodriguez on the camera tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Tonight's broadcast presented by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. I want to take a moment and thank all of our sponsors for helping us bring playoff basketball to each and every one of you right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks to Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, MST Sauce Company, First National Bank of Sycamore, Reineke Family Dealerships, Molyet's Farm Market, Harrison Price Insurance, Webster Industries, Pit Stop, Lease Floor Covering, and Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., all proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Now, you may have heard a couple new names on that list. Tommy, we talked about our friends at Webster Industries joining with us. Have you ever been over to Sycamore, the quaint little town over there?
Yes.
I'm telling you, and then there's all these little communities in the area like Melmore, Sycamore, McCutcheonsville. I stopped over in Melmore yesterday and happened to meet our friends at Harrison Price Insurance. I'm telling you, that's one of the best places around that you can find insurance at a family-friendly rate. You know, they offer all kinds of different insurance. As A.J. Hess pulls up from three on the right wing, no good. The Warriors have possession now.
Heck of a first half, 18 points coming into this second half.
Now the Wildcats, they've got to find some kind of answers here, especially defensively. Figure out a way to close out on shooters. As Klepfer pulls up from three, no good, but he draws the foul on the shot. That'll put him at the line for 3 free throws.
I mean, that's why it's so important to kind of cut away by chunks, because once you get that 20-point deficit, that 20-point run, then time becomes the enemy, and statistics just don't lie. So if you're Kloffer here and you're able to get those free throws when they occur and you're able to challenge the lane, that takes time. That freezes the clock. It allows you to catch that up. And thus far, like I said, in the Wildcats, you just got to win by quarters.
That's right.
So win the third quarter and see what the fourth.
Wasn't that 3?
3 the old-fashioned way.
All from the free throw line as Klepfer hit them all. The Warriors under the basket. What a feed by Chester over the top of the defenders.
Yeah, Wildcats sleeping down low.
J.R. Snook.
Oh, there we see them implementing the screens.
Into the paint. Pops a shot and knocks it down. 38-24 is your score. Warriors on top by 14 here at the start of the third quarter.
I looked at that to be an adjustment for the Wildcats. Never mind what guys like Peyton Manning say where they just go in and eat an orange. These guys actually make adjustments.
Oh, Chester's 3 no good. Hannum's put back no good, but he gets his change, puts it back up and in. Now we got a foul off the ball. Boomer Cleveland.
I think when it comes to arguments argued with student athletes against officials, I think officials are batting 1,000.
I would say so. I don't think anything they're going to say is going to change anything, that's for sure.
Might change how long they get to play the game.
40-24, Mohawk on top. Wildcats. Klepfer picks up his dribble, gives it over. Seacourt gives it back to Klepfer. Into the paint, up with the shot, puts it up and in. And a technical called on Klepfer for his little outburst after the shot.
Well, you can play like a champion, but you also have to carry yourself like one.
That's right.
And, again, it can get a little chippy, especially when your season's hanging on by a thread. Your senior campaign, I mean, the emotions ride high here. So,
Hess unable to get that one to go. I'll tell you what, Tommy, the popcorn must be really good here because there was literally a line for the concession stand and a line for the popcorn by itself.
Now, did they have a East Chicago pizza down there?
They did.
Last time we were here.
They sure did.
I thought you were taking a dig at the percentage of free throws here tonight between both squads.
That popcorn must be good.
Heyman pulls up. Long range three, no good. And a rebound grab by the Wildcats. Klepfer into the forecourt. Little skip, spin move, turnaround jumper, no good. That one goes in and out. Hannum, grabs the rebound.
You see the frustration mounting on Klepfer's face. He just can't understand why he can't get these baskets to go.
Braden Chester pulls up from three!
Meanwhile, Chester, no problem getting into double digits, all by three-point land.
Rickle saves it from going out of bounds, and they're going to say no, actually he stepped on the baseline. So Warriors will have possession, leading 44-26. 5:17 left here in the third quarter. Warriors asserting themselves on both ends of the floor here tonight. Defensively, they are shutting down this Wildcat attack. And offensively, they're putting on a clinic.
We talked about if you're the Warriors, get some production out of your big three, and I think you'd be sitting all right. And as you see,
got away with
Chester with 12 on the night, and Hess a 21 piece with no biscuit from downtown.
Hannum grabs the loose ball, puts it back up and in, and gets the change. And now Braden Chester with the steal. Driving, up with the shot. Oh, the alley-oop is no good. Hess wanted it so bad, and so did we. Snook off the feed, tries a little reverse layup. That one's no good. Now Hess in the forecourt, mid-range jumper, no. And we got a foul off the ball on Heyman. Kane Heyman called on the foul. No, they're going to say J.R. Snook called on the foul. So,
well, if you need home insurance, you know, your friends over there at Harrison Price might be the ones to give a call, as Liberty-Benton almost had to make that call, as if A.J. Hess would have made that dunk, the roof would have came off this place.
Off the inbound, Hess puts it up and in. 48-26, Wildcats have it, pushing it. No good on the shot. Hess grabs the rebound. If you're the Hopewell Loudon Chieftains boys team watching this game, I mean, wow. If you're either one of these teams that are coming up next, whether it's Arlington or Hopewell, you're watching this game, you might be biting your nails about right now. 51-26. Warriors on top. Timeout. We'll keep it right here for this First National Bank of Sycamore timeout. We'll use this timeout to thank our sponsors for allowing us to bring this ball game to you here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks to Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, MST Sauce Company, First National Bank of Sycamore, Reineke Family Dealerships, Molyet's Farm Market, Harrison Price Insurance, Webster Industries, Pit Stop, Lease Floor Covering, and Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., all proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And Tommy, you mentioned Pit Stop. I mean, talk about both locations having the convenient drive-through. How many times a week do you frequent a drive-through? I mean, come on. That's one of the best conveniences about living in a state like Ohio. You go outside the state, they're just not around, but you come here, I mean, I love it. Absolutely love it. It's a convenience that we take for granted, I think, and you can take advantage of it by heading over to Pit Stop.
You go out of Ohio and you mention a drive-through to anybody that's never been from Ohio, they just look at you funny.
Yeah.
I like to stop at the pit stop there over by Heidelberg and get me a nice peanut butter and jelly Sammy out of the cooler.
They're so good over there.
You forget about the deli counter.
Oh, Klepfer unable to convert. Hess grabs the rebound, and it's a frustrating night for young Jerome Klepfer right now. 15 points on the night, but he's been frustrated all night. Hess wide open for three, unable to get that one to go. Chester grabs the rebound for the Warriors. And now Mohawk with possession. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the third. Chester pulls up, wide open three, no good. Hess grabs the rebound. Gives it off to Haynes. Now back out Chester. Over to Hannum in the paint. Kicks it out. Hunter Haynes for three. Bang! They are just scorching the nets from beyond the arc. And a steal. Cross court. Haynes, give me another one. Bang! Hunter Haynes putting this one away early. 31-point lead for the Warriors. And they're out here having fun, Tommy.
At least somebody is. This one's really opened up.
2:54 left in the third. Wildcats with possession.
Greg.
And Klepfer grabs the loose ball under the basket. Saltzman kicks out for Snook. Now Snook. Shot no good from beyond the arc. Hess grabs the rebound. Down the floor. Zayden Fry's shot no good. Rickel with the swat. He's called on the foul.
And as this one, again, opened up almost by 30 points. Don't forget, we still got, this is a doubleheader matchup.
That's right.
As the winner of this will advance to take on the winner of our second game between the Arlington Red Devils and Hopewell Loudon Chieftains, as Zayden Fry's first attempt will fall short. But he's at the line for two.
Zayden Fry at the Reineke Family Dealerships free throw line. Second free throw is up and good. Wildcats get it inbounds. TJ Rickel pulls up for three from long range.
Long range three by Rickel. Took a while to get that going.
58-29.
Find out that's too little, too late here. With 2:17 remaining in the third quarter. Hess just answers it back.
With the answer, and it's just absolute bedlam here. 29 for A.J. Hess. He's tied with the Vanlue Wildcats by himself. Klepfer pulls up from three, in and out. Hess grabs the rebound. Boy, he's got to have a double-double at this point. Hannum into the paint. Saves it, but right to J.R. Snook. Wildcats now with it into the forecourt. Snook, right wing, Rosman, three, no, off the back of the rim. Rebound grab by Hannum. 1 minute, 30 seconds left here. Hess pulls up, left wing three, no. Snook pokes it out. Klepfer had it, loses it. Fry with it, now Chester. Down to 1 minute 19 left here in the third quarter, and they're just gonna slow it down here, and that one poked away right into the hands of Hunter Haynes. Ooh, he wasn't ready for that one. Chester under the basket for Hess. Now back out Haynes for three. No. Rebound grabbed by Klepfer. 58 seconds left here in the third. 61-29 Warriors all over the Wildcats. That one poked away by Hunter Haynes. Into the forecourt, into the paint, up with the shot, put it up and in. Hunter Haynes. He's got 8 points. The Warriors leading by 34. Klepfer into the paint. His shot altered, but still goes into the basket. Klepfer now with 17 out of the Wildcats' 31 points. Hannum.
And if you're just tuning in, this one in this third quarter has just really gotten out of hand.
Zayden Fry pulls up from mid-range, no. Hess tipped it back, unable to get it to go. Klepfer's shot from long range wouldn't have counted if it went. And that's the end of the third quarter. Your score, 63-31. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
This is Brad Lonsway, General Sales Manager at Reineke's Tiffin Ford Lincoln. I want to take a quick timeout to tell you about all the things we got going on out here. We're charging into 2023 with great deals on the F-150, Explorer, Expedition, Super Duties, and much, much more. We're blocking high interest rates with 2.9% interest on all F-150s, plus $1,000 in bonus cash. We have leases starting at $329 a month. Let's get back to the game. Get your key from Reineke.
Tune in every Monday night at 8 o'clock for the Pulse Podcast right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, live inside Studio Squared in downtown Tiffin. You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here at Liberty-Benton High School, start of the fourth quarter. Sees the Warriors leading by 32. 63-31 is your score. Mohawk on top of Vanlue. Kick out for Bryce Hannum. His three is no good.
You think coming out of the half, these Wildcats just chasing a 16-point lead. Started off the right men, able to get those
Klepfer's shot no good at the basket.
those free throws to fall early on, but after that, by Klepfer, the Mohawk Warriors just opened it up.
And it's all been on the back of young A.J. Hess. 32 points. Including, I'm telling you, Tommy's got to have at
32
least
points
8
to lead
threes.
all scorers and the other team.
I'm going to have to check with Matt Nye. I see him down there on the sideline. I'm going to have to check and see how many threes he's got at this point, because I am just dying to know. This kid is just absolutely scorching the nets right now.
Rickle from downtown.
No good. Rebound grabbed by Hannum under the basket.
And if you're just tuning in, A.J. Hess, another open three.
Another one! A.J. Hess with 34 points.
35.
35 points. My mistake.
Oh, my goodness. All right, call that off. Foul. Like we talked about, if you're just tuning in, man, the Mohawk Warriors have really opened this one up. In this Division 4, the district semifinal against the Vanlue Wildcats, part of our doubleheader program here. But as you see, our pit stop road to the district final, all roads lead to the pit stop. As you see right there, the winner of this game faces the winner of our next one against Arlington and the Hopewell Loudon Chieftains.
Oh, drive to the basket. Snook stolen away, but he gets it back, puts it back up, no good, gets his rebound, puts it back up, puts it in.
And with the way that A.J. Hess has been playing in the postseason, sometimes I just got to think to myself, if I'm the other team, if I'm waiting, they've awakened a sleeping giant. We go back to the end of the end of the regular season. That dispatching by Carey.
Boomer Cleveland.
That dispatching by Carey to win the outright N10. In that matchup, Nate, Hess limited to 0 points. And if I'm a team awaiting these Mohawk Warriors, I go back and I watch that film. I see what Carey did in that one to limit that production.
Hess, three, no good. The Wildcats grab the rebound. If I'm a team and I'm watching this game, I'm thinking, you got to play man-up defense. You can't switch. It's not going to work. There's Klepfer. The switch is what's killing Vanlue here tonight. Is they're leaving a wide-open shooter on the other end of the floor just about every time, and they get those cross-court passes. And, most of these shots are falling for the Warriors.
Tommy, you talked about teams needing to watch film on Hess from that Carey game, was it? Is that what you said? I think the problem there is we weren't at that game. That's why there's no film on it.
You see Hess take his seat, rightfully so. 35-point production here.
What an outstanding performance by the senior, A.J. Hess. Braden Chester pulls up for three, no good. Cleveland grabs the rebound, puts it back up, and puts it in. He said, let me get that change. And Klepfer, I think actually there was a foul before he stepped on the baseline, so.
Foul was on number 24, Braden Chester, lead 7. Team score, entering the game for Mohawk, number 10,
Hunter Haynes checking in for the Warriors as Bryce Hannum takes a seat. And that one's stolen away. Cleveland with the steal. Driving into the paint. Stops, pops, knocks it down. Woo-hoo! That one was wet. Klepfer, step back three, no good off the front of the rim. Rebound grabbed by Secord, kicks it out to Snook. Oh, and he dunks! Yams it!
Technical on that.
J.R. Snook.
Let's see if we can get a replay on that one. Here we go. Replay?
I like replay.
He says, go ahead and call the tech.
Call the tech.
Boom.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Pretty much what I said.
And again, always tout and a laud for
So what did he,
sportsmanship. But I mean, if
did
this
he
is
get the tech for yelling or?
doing the taunt.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
I mean, come on now.
second free throw, no good. Hunter Haynes unable to convert on the second one, but he got the first of that trip to the Reineke Family Dealerships free throw line.
Well, the thing is during that entire during that throw, or during that free throw, or that technical foul, the clock was running the entire time.
Yeah.
Still is right now.
Yeah.
We saw
Insane.
this. We saw this the other night over in Fostoria. Remember?
It's a running clock. Once they get up by 30, I think they can implement the running clock.
Something you don't see too often at the high school level.
Caleb Bish into the game now. A couple of guys on the floor I don't have numbers for. I don't have names for. Got Ben Bogner on the floor, number 14. Number 21, Connor Flood, the 6'6 sophomore. We got a number 42 and a 40 I don't have names for, so I apologize, parents, if you're watching. 40 pulls up from the right wing and knocks down the three! They were cheering so loud I couldn't hear his name. Rickle pulls up from three, no good. And the Warriors grab the rebound.
You just felt the air go out of the room for the Wildcats there towards the end of that third quarter after that 15-point deficit opened up to a 30-point deficit and now has just become an open, festering wound as Kleffer will make his way to the basket, try to close out his senior campaign with 22 points. Back-to-back 30-point performances here in the postseason for Kleffer to end his senior campaign. And what a run by the Vanlue Wildcats.
Ouch.
Not the way you want to go
That's
out.
a bruise that he'll feel tomorrow. That would hurt. Foul called on Caleb Bish. We got mass substitutions here.
As the clock continues to go.
Down to 18 seconds.
Are they even going to get to play anything? They just sub
We'll
them all
see.
in.
10 seconds, and they're just going to run out the rest of the clock here.
There we go.
As Langston Miller and the Wildcats will close it out. Final score 80-40. The Warriors will move on to face the winner of the second game here tonight. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back with a post-game show. We'll wrap things up and we'll get you set for the second game, which is Hopa, Loudon, and Arlington live here at Liberty-Benton High School. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
Tune in every Monday night at 8 o'clock for the Pulse podcast right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, live from inside Studio Squared in downtown Tiffin. You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
This is Brad Lonsway, General Sales Manager at Reineke's Tiffin Ford Lincoln. I want to take a quick timeout to to tell you about all the things we got going on out here. We're charging into 2023 with great deals on the F-150, Explorer, Expedition, Super Duties, and much, much more. We're blocking high interest rates with 2.9% interest on all F-150s, plus $1,000 in bonus cash. We have leases starting at $329 a month. Let's get back to the game. Get your key from Reineke.
Tune in every Monday night at 8 o'clock for the Pulse Podcast right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, live from inside Studio Squared in downtown Tiffin. You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here at Liberty-Benton High School. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you. We've got the Wizard, Greg Kinn, on the controls, and Austin Rodriguez running the cameras here for us tonight. Your final score, once again, Mohawk 80, Vanlue 40. Had no idea it was going to be that lopsided, honestly. When I watched the way this Vanlue Wildcats team played this past week against Tiffin Calvert over in Fostoria, Tommy, I thought, man, they're going to be game opponent for this Mohawk Warrior squad. But I'm telling you, I don't know if there is very many game opponents for this Mohawk Warrior squad in Division 4, because they are looking like they are locked in and loaded for a nice run here in the postseason.
Well, the Vanlue Wildcats, they came in here with house money and with a chip in the seat, riding that all the way into the district semifinal. So nothing to take away from these Vanlue Wildcats. Off the high hand of Jerome Kleffer and J.R. Snook here in the postseason, able to dispatch the teams that they needed to get to this point. But, you know, sometimes when you have that talent over tenure type mentality that carries you into the tournament, when you run into production, that's where you start to trim the fat.
Yep.
And in this respect, you know, at the top of the program, I kind of had an inkling just seeing the production that this Mohawk Warriors have, just seeing the defense that these Warriors bring out with a guy like A.J. Hess, Boomer Cleveland, Hannum. I mean, you got a starting five that can light you up for double digits no matter what. Quality minutes off the bench was Aiden Fry. I mean, just throw a dart and you'll find somebody on the Mohawk Warrior squad that can give you some production. And in that case, like we talked about, you needed production out of your big three to curtail the production out of a guy like Jerome Kleffer, who came into the night, back-to-back performances with over 30 points. Held tonight to 22, but man, what a career night for A.J. Hess.
Yeah.
35 points, 7 3-pointers. I mean, man, Nate, it takes care of business.
Yeah, absolutely
That's
takes
what the
care of
Warriors did.
business. And the Warriors moving on to the district final, which will be played here at Liberty-Benton High School this Friday night. And by all indications, I think we will be here to cover that game. But Tommy, first we got to talk about the MST Sauce Company Player of the Game. And, you know, I don't think we got to do a whole lot of thinking for this one, huh? What do you think?
Nah, I mean, it's a crime against nature. If A.J. Hess isn't, you know, your pick for the player of the game.
Wow.
As, again, you did have tremendous support by your supporting cast and guys like Boomer Cleveland, 12 points, and Chester with 12 points, all from the three-point line. But, I mean, A.J. Hess, I mean, he was just unstoppable.
Yeah, he really was. And from the start to the finish, too, on both ends of the floor, he was dialed in tonight, and he really put it on display. And, I mean, put on a show here for everybody. Everybody got their money's worth tonight just by watching A.J. Hess play the game of basketball, because he almost outscored the Wildcats by himself.
Yeah.
I mean, incredible effort here tonight by the young man. Congratulations. You take home our MST Sauce Company Player of the Game, A.J. Hess. All right, Tommy, any final thoughts before we wrap things up? We got to get ready because they're going to be clearing out the gym for the next game. So we don't have a whole lot of time here.
No,
but
again, don't forget, if you're watching this on Facebook, do us a favor. Share it, like, subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube page. But more importantly, we're right on the cusp of getting our subscription goal on YouTube. So if you do us a favor, please, if you've liked what you see, if you love our coverage, if you want to help support and keep high school basketball and all of our coverage live and paywall free, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, send it to your friends. Just do us that one solid as we continue to bring our brand of coverage to you as we get ready for Game 2 of our doubleheader here in this district semifinal, Division 4.
Tournament basketball, Tommy.
Hopewell Loudon against
Arlington
here in our second game of the evening. Man, just AJ he's left me
speechless after watching that one. I'll tell you what, we are excited to bring you Game 2 live here at Liberty-Benton High School, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with another broadcast. Stay tuned to our Facebook page or follow us on YouTube. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Help us out, folks. Once again, for Tommy Hall and Greg Kinn and Austin Rodriguez, I'm Nate Mullins signing off from Game 1, but we'll be back for Game 2 right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.